terrain board for the game. It's an abandoned Imperial city with ruins, ammunition dump and woodland. Okay, my Eldar force is a unit of 10 striking scorpions with Exarch Scorpion's Claw. They're going to be outflanking in a Wave Serpent. No upgrades, just the twin-linked scatter lasers there. And then we have Prince Uriel. He's back. He was previously killed by an unpainted Terminator, but he's back again in the force, and he's with a unit of 5 Fire Dragons. Again, in a Wave Serpent, twin-linked Shuriken cannons. Heavy support, 2 Wraith Lords, Bright Lances, and the Ghost Glaive swords. They've got flamers, 2 flamers each as well. Warp Spiders are in the army again. Exarch there, and the Power Blades upgrade. Fast Shot as well, upgrade the Exarch power, and had to include him. It's the Eldar Avatar is back as the Army Warlord. 9 Harlequins, Shadow Seer, Troop Master, and 4 Harlequins Kisses. And then for troops, I've changed my troops around. I've dropped the Wave Serpents of Dire Avengers and gone for cheap jet bikes. 2 units are free. It's a risk, it's only 102 points. But those are fast enough, I'll keep them out of trouble. And then with my spare points now, I have got a unit of Shining Spears. I've painted them up. I call them Fire Spears. I painted them up to match my Fire Dragons. I like the orange and yellow colour scheme. They're outflanking, Laser Lances, and then the Exarch with the Star Lance there as well. Be interested to see how well this unit performs in the game. So we're deploying now, and then we'll go on to first turn.
This is my Dark Angel army. It's starting with a Deathwing Command Squad, followed by a Dreadnought with Assault Cannon, Nephilim Jet Fighter, a Tactical Squad with Company Master and Rhino, a Deathwing Terminator Squad, Asmodean Veterans. Right, this is a Venerable Dreadnought. This is a Ravenwing Squadron with 1 land speeder and 6 bikes, and a Las Cannon Predator.
Right, this is my detachment force led by Commander Chenkov, and his command squad is armed with a Vox and a Las Cannon. We've got 2 squads of Cadian shock troops with a Vox and auto cannon, and I've got 1 Lord Commissar, and he's got 50 conscripts. I also got a stronghold choice, which is Aegis Defence Line, which is extra 50 points.
Scenario is Purge the Alien, so it's kill points, and then the deployment zone is Dawn of War, so it's 12 inches in. That's the Eldar deployment zone, run along those dice there. And then the Dark Angels are deploying, with Imperial Guard Allies, are deploying on the other side, following that line of grey dice. And it's Dark Angels and Imperial Guard Allies are deploying first. Dark Angel deployment with conscript friends. The Tactical Squad and the Company Master have deployed just in this woods here, looking out across the table. And inside this Rhino is the what? The Veteran Squad is inside there. And then the Imperial Guard have set up their defence line. All the conscripts, the Lord Commissar, both squads on each flank as well, are all hiding behind this Aegis defence line. And I guarantee you they're not going to move out for the entire game. Just need to mention that he has send in the next wave special rules, so if they die, there's a good chance they'll come back on again and man the battlements. So it's a highly mobile Imperial Guard detachment. The Imperial Guard is the Commander Chenkov and his command squad, and then the Dark Angel Flyer, what's it called? The Nephilim Jet Fighter, Predator Annihilator. this squad's coming in first turn. This squad's Deathwing Assault first turn. This squad is arriving by Deep Strike. Second turn, this squad's arriving by Deep Strike. These guys are in the Rhino over here. And then this lot are coming in reserve as well. And the 2 Dreadnoughts, one Venerable and one regular Dreadnought coming on in reserve as well. So a load of reserves turning up for the Dark Angels. It's going to be interesting. Right, Eldar deployment. The Wave Serpent with the Fire Dragons is hiding behind this building here. Over here, the Warlord, the Avatars just in the middle. 2 Wraith Lords. And then the Harlequins. And Uriel's joined the Harlequins. They're looking to run up the table, get in behind this building, and then move on to the Imperial Guard position. In the Eldar, it's the Striking Scorpions. They're going to be outflanking. The Fire Dragons here are inside. This transport, Warp Spiders, deep striking. These guys coming on from reserve. And the Shining Spears, or I call them Fire Spears, they are outflanking as well. So moving on now to turn 1. Alright, Eldar turn 1. The Wave Serpent with the Fire Dragons inside has moved from here and he's jumped over to there, and we're going to try out the new rules for deactivating the Serpent Shield. We get those strength 7 shots. Just to note, on top of the Wave Serpent here, Shuriken catapults, or Shuriken cannons, but they are actually, in the game, I pay points for them, it's scatter lasers. I haven't done the conversion on the model yet, but I'll be firing those as scatter lasers during the game. So that one's moved over. Then in the middle here, the 2 Wraith Lords have moved forwards. The Avatars move forwards, and then Uriel and the Harlequins moving up this alleyway here. I've still yet to do my run moves, just moving up to the cover of this building here. So we're on to Eldar shooting. There's no night fighting, so we're into shooting straight away. Right, Eldar turn 1 shooting. Wave Serpent moved across, fired its scatter laser, did some damage on the Rhino, and then we deactivated the Serpent Shield, fired the beam, and destroyed it, blew it up. So first blood and a kill point. It's not bad going. And then we just ran up these guys here. So the Avatar got a 6, he's right in behind that building now. Wraith Lord's moved up. Other Wraith Lord got a 1, he's shuffled up. And then the Harlequins and Uriel have run 5 inches up the table. So Eldar moving up the middle. And we're moving on now to Dark Angels turn 1. Dark Angels turn 1, and Ben's looking to deep strike the Deathwing Terminators. He wants them to land there, so he's going to roll up the dice, and he gets a... Oh, that's not so bad, that's alright. It's 4 inches across, so he'll be safe. So he's just going to deploy those. Dark Angels turn 1, movement and shooting, we put it all together. Deathwing Terminators arrived, landed there, and the Assault Cannon fired, penetrated, and has immobilized the Wave Serpent. He rolled a 1 over there for Gets Hot, so that plasma cannon didn't fire. This plasma cannon fired, failed to wound the Wraith Lord but killed a Harlequin. And that is it. That is Dark Angels and Imperial Guard turn 1 finished. So we're on to Eldar turn 2. Turn 2 movement. All the reserves have arrived, so the jet bikes have moved up and they're just trying to stay out of trouble, so they're just moving up behind the building here. And then the Fire Dragons have got out, looking to shoot at the Terminators as well. Fire Spears have turned up, come on here. And then the Warp Spiders have arrived, landed exactly where I wanted them to land, so they have arrived there as well. We're going to try and take out this Terminator unit, try and deal with 1 unit at a time. He's got so many reserves coming on, I'm not sure what to do with the guys in the middle, so I'm just hiding him behind the building here, and then we'll see what he brings on later on in the game. And then the outflanking Scorpions, no real target at the moment, so I brought them on here, just trying to keep them out of trouble. And we'll see how it goes. So we're on to Eldar shooting. We'll see if we can take out that Deathwing Terminator unit this turn. It's going to be tough. 2+ save and feel no pain. We'll see what happens. Right, Eldar shooting on turn 2. Fire Dragons killed 3 of the Terminators with their fire. We took out 1 more. Yeah, 1 left. The Laser Lancers didn't do any damage. Warp Spiders killed 1. And the fire from the Wave Serpent still didn't kill him. So we had to use fire from the 2 Wraith Lords. The final Wraith Lord brought him down. So that was a wipeout on the Terminators there. But it took all my firepower to do it. That's the end of Eldar turn 2. One other thing, the Wave Serpent's moved up, just hiding behind the building. He's got loads of reserves still to come on, so we're just hiding, waiting to see what happens. Game is going to change when these Dark Angel reserves turn up. Just last the Eldar movement there in the assault phase. The Jetbikes are a double 1, so they've just shuffled forwards a little bit. I think those Fire Spears are in trouble. It's a shame. And the Warp Spiders, they warp jumped and got a 10 + 6, that's 16, so they jump miles out of trouble and behind cover here. So we saved the Warp Spiders, good job. So moving on now to Dark Angels turn 2. Alright, Dark Angels movement on turn 2. The Deathwing bikers have turned up and screamed down the side here, so it's bikers versus jet bikes. This squad stayed still. So is this one. Stand speed has come on 6 inches. Going to fire up the field. Can get some kind of angle on the jet bikes there. His Deathwing Terminators' second assault has landed here. Imperial Guard have stayed still. And he's had a Dreadnought turn up. Looking down the field there. Can't see anything at the moment. And then his Nephilim fighter has turned up here. And it's got a rear end shot on my Wave Serpent. I knew it was coming. He's had quite a few reserves turn up. And we're going to see how the game unfolds now. So a lot of figures on the table. Important turn coming up. Turn 2. Shooting. The Wave Serpent's still alive. No damage there from the flyer. Terminators fired. And his other squads, they've all fired. And he managed to kill 2 of the jet bikes. Made a whole load of saves, so that squad's still in. And they passed morale, so they're still in the game. So not much damage done by the Dark Angels. So we're moving on now to Eldar turn 3, an important turn for the Eldar army. The whole force is on the table. Only a handful of casualties. Very important turn coming up. Eldar turn 3 movement. Wave Serpent stuck where it is. And the Fire Dragons have moved up. We're looking to take out those bikers. The Fire Spears have moved up as well, looking to assault them. And then we've reacted to his deep striking Terminators. Warp Spiders have jumped over. Wraith Lords moved round with a shot to the Land Speeder, which I found out is now armor 14, so we're going to have to try and take that out. And the Harlequins and the Avatar and Uriel have moved up as well. It's going to be a nasty assault going on there. And then the Wraith Lord has shifted over to have a shot at his Dreadnought. And then the Wave Serpent, still with the Scorpions. There's no point in me deploying over there all those guard, just to be shot up. So we've moved up this direction 12 inches away from his flyer. So moving on now to Eldar shooting, turn 3. Right, Eldar turn 3 shooting. The Wraith Lord has fired and failed to do any damage to the Dreadnought over there. A couple of casualties from the Warp Spiders and from the Harlequins on the Terminators. Failed to do any damage with the Wraith Lord up there against the Land Speeder. And we killed a couple of jet bikes. 3 jet bikes have been killed. Or 2 jet bikes, sorry. 2 jet bikes have been killed. And now we're moving on to Eldar assault phase. We'll see if we can get the Fire Spears into combat. Alright, Eldar turn 3 assaults. Fire spears have made it in. They lost one on Snapfire, but they've made it in there and took a wound on the Avatar. But Uriel, the Harlequins, and the Avatar are in combat against the Terminators. Warp Spiders, warp jumped 15 inches this time. Dived right behind cover. Amazing distance they get now when they warp jump. Taking no casualties, jumping in and out, shooting. Brilliant unit. So moving on now to the assault phase. Right, Eldar assault phase on turn 3. Fire spears killed 3 bikes and lost 1 in return. Ben passed his morale. We both failed our hit and run initiative test, so we're stuck in combat. And then moving over, the Terminators have been wiped out. Avatar killed 2. Harlequins killed 1. Avatar has consolidated over to there, and then just got 2 inches on these guys, just spread them out a bit. So that's the end of that combat. Racking up the points here of the Eldar, but still haven't really broken his line. He's got a lot of stuff at the back there. Still a couple of units to come on reserve, the Predator Annihilator and the Venerable Dreadnought. It's a tough army the Eldar are fighting here. And we're going to move on now to Dark Angel's turn 3. Dark Angel turn 3. This flyer moved up and around to get a shot at the Wraith Lord. Dreadnought moved up and along. Imperial Guard, they have moved nowhere. Stay where they are, behind here, safe behind the barricades. Land Speeder, just sat where it was. Predator turned up and is sitting there along with this squad, and the Venerable Dreadnought has turned up, sitting there as well. Right, Dark Angel shooting phase. Ben's flyers shot down and failed to wound the Wraith Lord, and the Dreadnoughts failed to wound the Wraith Lord as well. James' Imperial Guard didn't do any damage. Land Speeder fired along with the Predator Annihilator, this squad here as well, and the Venerable Dreadnought, and I've reduced my Harlequin squad down. Uriel's taken a wound and just the Troop Master left, so heavy casualties there in the Eldar centre. And over on the other side here, his squad has taken out 3 of the Fire Dragons, and then we did the combat. Neither the bike or the jet bike managed to kill each other, and then we've broken off hit and run. I ran away 9 inches, and then Ben has decided to chase me up the table. So now I've got this Dark Angel battle line running across the table here. Loads of firepower, supported by the Imperial Guard chicken pen, and then and then the Dreadnought on flyer here as well. I don't know if the Eldar can break through on this line. We may just hold back. It's 5 points to the Eldar at the moment. We've got early kills. We'll see how the game develops, see if the Eldar can assault this Dark Angel and Imperial Guard battle line on turn 4 coming up. Eldar turn 4, kind of given up on this flank here. The jet bike's fallen back, looking to get a laser lance shot, and the Fire Dragons as well should be able to take out that bike and get a point. Wave Serpent's sat there. Uriel's gone over to this corner, going to chuck a spear. With the new rules now, you'll be able to fire it and then do a run move. The Avatar shuffled back an inch, rolled a 111. The Avatar, the Wraith Lord sat here in cover, looking to snipe out the Predator over there, and the jet bikes have moved away now. This is where the firepower is, so we're going to try and shift over in this direction and move over to a quiet spot on the table. As for his flyer, I'm going to try and bring it down with the firepower from the Warp Spiders and the Wave Serpent. There's a fair chance I could do some damage with that weapon. So we're moving on now to Eldar shooting on turn 4. Right, Eldar turn shooting on turn 4. The Wave Serpent fired up the road and took out the plasma cannon. It's a good job on the squad over there. Uriel couldn't do any damage. They ran and have hidden right behind the pillar here, hopefully out of sight. And then the bike was killed by the Fire Dragons, they shot, and now they can run after they shoot, so they've hidden behind the building here. And the Fire Spear, the last remaining one, trying to keep him alive ready. He's fallen back behind the building. Wraithlord shot, fired up, and has silenced the Predator. He's not allowed to move or shoot. Snap fire only, so that's pretty good going. Avatar is just hiding behind the building here on 2 wounds. Shot up with the Wave Serpent and with the Warp Spiders who are here. And of course 1 hull point on the fly. Warp Spiders have warp jumped behind the building. They are a nightmare now to try and kill. They're jumping about all over the table. And then the Wraithlord fired, didn't do any damage on the Dreadnought. Rolled a double 6 for a charge, but it's through difficult terrain, and then he rolled a 2, so he failed to make it just about. So that's it for Eldar. Pretty thin on the ground now. The Striker Scorpions are still in the back of that transport. We've got our points. We'll lose if we try and charge that battle line. We're looking for a way around. We might be able to go up this centre part, this central aisle on the table. We'll see how it goes. We might be able to catch him on this end and go for his conscripts. So moving on now to Dark Angel's turn 4. Right, Dark Angel's movement on turn 4. This squad's decided to move up, coming up the left-hand side. Venerable Dreadnought stay where he is, and this squad here as well. Predator's stuck there for this turn, and the Land Speeder's moved up 6 inches, and then his flyer, Nephilim Jet Fighter, has moved on top of the building, looking to take out the Wave Serpent. And would you believe it, we said they wouldn't move, but it's fixed bayonets with the conscripts. They are moving up the table in mass, led by the Lord Commissar. They are going to charge the empty building. They're brave, brave conscripts. So we're just going to give James an hour to move them, and then we'll be moving on to shooting phase for Dark Angels. Right, Dark Angels is shooting on turn 4. The Wraithlord's gone. It's a double 6 rend from the Dreadnought. So Assault Cannon is pretty cool. It's taken out a Wraithlord, killed him. It's good shooting. The squad at the end there shot down with the plasma cannon and took a wound on the Wraithlord. Flyer shot down. And the Wave Serpent did no damage, and no damage from the Land Speeder as well. So a little bit of damage. Moving on to assault phase now. No assaults. So it looks like we're moving on to Eldar turn 5. Right, Eldar turn 5 movement. We sense victory. We could hold back and not do anything, but we've decided to push forwards and try and rack up some last points. So the Wave Serpent stay where he is. The Fire Dragons are staying where they are. They're just going to aim up and try and take out the flyer. Uriel and the last Harlequin have moved up. Let's see if we can take on this squad here, just for the fun of it. Avatar and Wraithlord have moved forwards. We're going to try and take out that Land Speeder and then push on forwards through the middle. This Wave Serpent's turned around. We're going to try and shoot the rear end of the flyer there. And the Warp Spiders have jumped up and over and see if we can get some shots off at the advancing conscripts. So Eldar shooting coming up. Just the Fire Spear, the last one, just trying to keep him alive. Just moved him over here. And the jet bikes have moved up, just keeping them safe in the corner here as well. Haven't used them in this game, just trying to keep them alive and out of trouble. So Eldar shooting coming up. Right, Eldar turn 5 shooting. Wave Serpent fired down, killed 2 of his Dark Angels there. Uriel is now assaulted in with the last Harlequin, just a suicide charge there, just to try and take him on. These guys fired up and failed to damage the flyer. Wraithlord failed to charge I wanted to charge him just to gain the extra inches in to the Land Speeder, but we failed there. But the Avatar's made it in, and he's shot and immobilised that vehicle already, so he's in there. Wave Serpent fired up, and failed to damage the flyer. Warp spiders were here, they fired, they killed a guardsman and then have jumped out 11 inches out of trouble. Excellent, love warp spiders now. And the last fire spear has moved up behind here, so all my jet bikes are safe in the far corner. The Avatar failed to do any damage. It turns out now that land speeder isn't just a land speeder, it's actually Samael, one of the special characters. So thanks for telling me, Dark Angel player, that was great. But we're taking him on anyway with the Avatar. He's mobilised and locked in combat. There's no damage done either side, so that combat continues. Over this combat here, a bit of a complicated one. Uriel and the Harlequin charged in. Uriel issued a challenge to Asmodai, whatever his name is. He accepted, and then the Troop Master issued a challenge to the Sergeant, and he accepted that. So Uriel went first. He did his electric ball eye attack, wiped out the Marines, and caused a wound on Asmodai, whatever. And then no damage done between the Sergeant and the Troop Master. So he won the combat there. He's fearless, so he stays where he is. Uriel survived all of Asmodai's attacks in return. So that combat continues. Went well for the Eldar there. So game's coming to an end really. We're moving on to Dark Angel turn 5. Right, Dark Angel's turn 5. These guys are sat here again. This is Dark Angel's turn 5, movement and shooting. The fly moved up and over, just trying to stay on the table. Predator fired up the table, killed the Wraith Lord. So the Wraith Lord's been taken out. Another point to the Dark Angels. See its deadly firepower coming from this battle line here. Imperial Guard have just shuffled forwards. And the Dreadnought moved up. It's fired through the window. Hit the Warp Spiders. Killed 2. Bust morale, and they've fallen back through the woods. So that's really annoying. So that's the Dark Angels shooting on turn 5. And moving on to last of the assaults. Right, combats on Dark Angel's turn 5. Uriel is dead. Again. He always dies. This time he was killed by a half-painted Asmodai, whatever his name is. with a white power morphing. So he died. The Harlequin Troop Master killed the Sergeants. That combat continues. And coming round, the Avatar killed Samael. That serves him right for not telling me that it was him at the start of the game. So justice has been done. Avatar, good job. Uriel was killed, the Troop Master bust morale because he actually lost, because Uriel's 3 wounds are gone. So he fell back, caught on initiative by Asmodai, and it's a wipeout. So it's another kill point to the Dark Angels. So we're out of time. We're going to have to end the game at the end of turn 5. So we're going to count up kill points. Right, just rounding up the game. Eldar got first blood here and the kill points. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then killed Samael. So that's 7. And then the game was closer than we thought. 2 kills here, Wraith Lords, so that's 2 points. Uriel, 3. Harlequins, 4. And the last point was the Warp Spiders falling back, so that's 5. So 7-5 the final score, close game. So it's early kills for the Eldar, and then that unbreakable Imperial Guard and Dark Angels battle line that couldn't be broken by the Eldar assault. So the game ends on a close score of 7-5.